Hey guys, it's Drew the Tech Guy here, and today I'm going to talk to you about my top 5 apps for Windows Phone. So we'll start with the first one. It's a game called Crossy Bird. Now it's very similar to the one you'll find on iOS called Crossy Road. I think it's from a different developer, but they've kind of made it for Windows Phone, so it's a little bit different. It's a little bit more 2D, so you don't get the 3D effects and animation that you do on Crossy Road. Also, it's a little bit less functional, so you can't change the character. So on Crossy Road you can change different animals and stuff like that. On this one you can't, you can just play a bird. But one of the features I like is a 2-player option. So if I press this one player here, obviously it is ad supported. So now I've got 2 birds, and one on each side, and we can both play together. Just a really cool feature. So app number 2 is an app called Tetra Lockscreen. Now pretty much this is a lock screen replacement app. So you won't have your standard Windows Phone lock screen, you'll have this one in its place. I really like it because it's just something different, it mixes things up. On Windows Phone you don't normally get to change your lock screen unless you use that lock screen app that was developed by Microsoft, but it was a little bit buggy, and I kind of prefer this one myself. So it gives you a few options for customizing what you can see on the lock screen. For example, I've got my calendar events on there, I've got my activity tracker there. For example, I might want to put a current location or a stopwatch. For demonstration, let's just put a stopwatch on there. Now if I lock my phone and unlock it again, we'll see my new lock screen. So you've got my work events on there. For example, you can see when I'm working next. And if you just tap these buttons down the bottom, you can actually change what you can see. So if, for example, you've got your activity tracker there, shows you how many steps I've done so far on the day. Obviously not many on this phone. You can also have a look at your stopwatch there. Now I'm hoping the developer will update this as time goes on, because it is a really cool app and it's just something different for your lock screen that you don't normally see. You can still unlock it exactly the same way, but yeah, it's a really good app and I highly recommend you download that. Number 3. My number 3 app for my top 5 apps for January is Dropbox. Now in the past we didn't have an official Dropbox app for Windows Phone. It was an app called Cloud 6, which was a third-party app, and it was pretty good, and I appreciated having it on the marketplace, but having an official app just feels better. You know, the interface is good. It's actually developed by the same guy who made 6snap and 6sec and all those awesome third-party social media applications. So Dropbox recruited him for this development, so you know it's got a good backing. I really enjoy the user interface, so you can see what you've got there. Looks nice, it matches up with what's on the web. Just a really good experience, and it's an official experience, so you know it'll be supported for a while. App number 4 is an app called App Folder. Now you might already know that on Lumia Cyan or Lumia Denim you have this awesome feature called folders on your start screen. So if I open this folder here, I've got called Social. I can see all the apps that I decided to put into my social folder. That's great, but I really like an app for this part, for the app list. Now App Folder, it doesn't exactly do that. I don't think any app could do it, but it's the next best thing. So if I open up App Folder now, it lets you categorize the apps that you choose. So for example, I've got a folder called Games, I've got a folder called Photography. It isn't a folder in your app list, but it's the closest that we can get. So if I open up this one, I can see all the games that I've put inside that folder. And for example, on this one, I can look at all the apps I've got in Photography. Now, yes, it is a couple more steps to open up your app, but I think it's a really good interface. I think it's a really good implementation, considering the limitations of Windows Phone. Just makes things a bit easier when you're trying to look for all those apps that you're after. Perhaps you're editing a photo and you'd like to use a couple of these, like Photoshop and then a collage maker. It's just an easy way to find all those apps together. App number 5 is an app called OneMusic, and it's actually one of my favourite Windows Phone apps at the moment. OneMusic is a music replacement app for Windows Phone, so it's an alternative to something like Xbox Music, which you'll find. Some of the things I like about it is the interface. It's really clean, it's really nice. Some of the things I didn't like about Xbox Music was the interface. So in Xbox Music, it uses a lot of space. All the things are blown up and they're really large. They can be a nuisance to scroll through and find things, whereas on OneMusic, things are a lot smaller. The interface is just very clean, it's very minimal. I really like it, and it works fully with Windows Phone. Totally can be a Windows Phone replacement for you. So those were my top 5 apps for January. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I'll see you guys next time.